I love this comic book, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, 1943, Issue 3, Story 1A. Diana's Day, the Amazon Christmas Day. Diana is using a silver chariot to return to the island to celebrate Diana's Day, which is the Amazon Christmas Day. During her holiday, she still has time to stop a scheme of the Baroness. Etta Candy tells Diana that 2 of her friends were arrested. They are accused of being spies by the FBI. There are 21 all told. Etta asks Diana to help. Diana is allowed to see Etta's friends because of her position. Diana then goes to visit the FBI. The agent she speaks to tells her the Baroness gave up these ladies as spies. Diana doesn't believe him because she would not willingly talk. He tells her that he persuaded her. He takes Diana to talk to her, but the Baroness is escaping. As they speak with the guard she tied up, he tells her that the Baroness said she only confessed so she would be brought to Washington. Diana tries to get her confession overturned, but it was just part of her plan, and the FBI refuses. Once home, Diana receives a call from her mother. She requests her to come home and visit for Diana's Day celebration. Diana asks her mother if she can bring Etta Candy, and she says yes, as she is not bound to a man. As Wonder Woman, she goes to visit Steve. She tells him about the festival. She gifts Steve with a mental radio. She lets him know she is going home for the holiday, but is worried about the Baroness being on the loose. Wonder Woman and Etta drive to the barn where her plane is hidden. Wonder Woman is not aware that someone is tailing them. A woman assigns slave Keela to follow Wonder Woman to Paradise Island. She hides in the trunk that Wonder Woman filled with presents for the Amazons. Wonder Woman and Etta don't notice as they prepare to take off. They arrive at the island and choose to speak only in English for Etta's benefit. It's finally discovered that the presents are not in the trunk. Etta thinks the engine vibration might have shaken the trunk loose. But Wonder Woman points out the engine is vibrationless. Diana and her mother have a wonderful reunion. A different Amazon is chosen each year to play the goddess, and this year Diana is chosen. Each year, Amazons try to take the goddess mask. The first attempt is by Zoe, but it's unsuccessful. While she is tying her up, the slave approaches. Zoe sees her and warns Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman catches her and throws her out the window. No one succeeded in taking the mask. The next morning, based on the gifts, all knew who it was. She explains what the gifts are and how to use them. All the girls who tried to take the mask are now dressed as does for a hunt, including the stowaway. Etta doesn't understand, and Wonder Woman tells her the story. Wonder Woman puts Etta on a kangaroo and gives her a lasso so she can join the deer hunt as well. Diana gets one deer easily. It's the first deer she will have to carry on the hunt. Etta is not having much success due to the kangaroos jumping. Etta decides to take a rest, and while doing so, one of the deer walk by. She easily catches it with a lasso. Wonder Woman won the hunt by catching 3 deer. The deer are skinned for cooking, and then the ladies are given other animal costumes to wear. The spy, Stowaway, is asked to dance like a chicken. Etta still has her deer. She suddenly attacks Etta Candy. Keela, the slave, stowaway, assassin, ties up Etta and goes to the banquet. At the banquet, Keela steals the magic girdle. She tricks Wonder Woman by whispering in her ear that Etta is in danger. However, Wonder Woman recognizes her as the girl who tried to stab her. She gives chase. Finally, they arrive at Etta. Keela challenges Wonder Woman. The fight is not going well for her, and she realizes this. Keela knocks Wonder Woman out and ties her to a tree. When she comes to, she shows Wonder Woman that she stole the magic girdle. The Baroness, meanwhile, is on a Japanese battleship heading straight towards Paradise Island. The ship actually penetrates the mist surrounding Paradise Island. Once clear, the Baroness instructs them to lower all boats and land troops. Back at the banquet, the Queen finally notices her girdle is gone. Someone immediately thinks Etta took it. However, Mala finds Diana's boot tracks and knows that she's on this thief's trail. So they all follow the tracks. Keela threatens to kill Diana if they come any closer. Diana tells her the girdle is more important than her life, but the Queen refuses. Mala, however, sneaks behind Etta and Diana. She frees Etta. Etta charges Keela. Keela then pulls a gun. Wonder Woman actually uproots the tree she is tied to, and she blocks the bullets with the tree. Mala and Etta are able to quickly subdue Keela. Wonder Woman discovers that this woman is a slave. She feels a weird vibration on the wristbands and realizes they are transmitting the island's location. The Amazons head to the coast. They get there just in time to meet the Japanese heading ashore. Wonder Woman leads the battle. Wonder Woman and the Amazons dive under the boat and work together to push it backwards and outside the mist. Steve Trevor has been following, and when he sees it again, he releases his full load of bombs on it and sinks it with her aboard. However, he's wrong. The Amazons catch a boat that she is coming ashore. The Queen sentences the Baroness to Reform Island. She will be imprisoned there along with the rest until there is no evil left in their minds. Wonder Woman and Etta return to America with the Baroness's confession. Etta's friends are freed. Wow, this is a really lengthy and in-depth story in this comic series. I think truly it's the first one that's this long. And it firstly celebrates Diana's Day, which is Amazon's Christmas Day. But there's good and there's bad in this entire story. You know, the Baroness lies so that she can get to Washington and set a plan in motion in an attempt to find Paradise Island, which she actually does with a Japanese boat because the slave is transmitting the island location. And the slave actually steals the girdle. And we don't actually read that they get the girdle back. I think it's assumed that the girdle is taken back from the slave. You know, the way that they celebrate their Christmas Day is going on this deer hunt. And I find that quite interesting because I'm not super familiar with, or we're learning little bits and pieces here about Paradise Island. We're going to learn other traditions as this comic book goes on, other holidays and celebrations. And I think it was really awesome that the Queen allowed Wonder Woman to bring Etta back to the island as well, so that she could celebrate in the celebration. But the Queen also got to meet Etta. Clearly, as things happen in this story, some of the other Amazons are suspicious of Etta. But Wonder Woman knows her and trusts her without issue. And so that I like very much, because Etta is a true and a good friend. You know, she's not a spy, she's not doing bad things, she's truly Diana's friend. And I believe at this point Etta probably knows that Diana's Wonder Woman. And it doesn't take from the story, it adds to it because she's helpful. You know, Etta has all these skills. She knows humans, she knows all the best candy shops, but she has a good heart. And that's the biggest part. You know, Steve followed Wonder Woman. That was not something I expected him to do. Although, I guess turnabout is fair play, because when he goes on missions, Wonder Woman follows him to make sure that he's safe. And it actually was quite advantageous that Steve did follow her and had bombs and things with what on him in, I guess, the plane that he's in. Because he's able to destroy the Japanese boat and continue to protect Paradise Island and Wonder Woman's true identity, and also Wonder Woman's family and the Amazons. So in this regard, I think that was really, really awesome that he was able to return and show that he cares, because he was able to also protect Paradise Island just like Wonder Woman protects Steve. And so it is. Thanks for tuning in to the I Love This Comic Book podcast. If you would like to make a donation in support of this podcast, You can through Cash App to Pasta26MC. That's pasta like the food, the number 2, the number 6, M as in monkey, C as in cat. If you would like to sponsor this podcast or advertise on it, please send an email to podcast@pastasworld.com. As always, you can go to pastasworld.com for more information.